and I'm a business.
And one of the things about that is if you get an AI report, it can be very complete.
I think that the skills of politics are very different than the skills for technology companies to have success. So in general, I don't know. It does make sense to run a government like a business, but I don't see that happening in the case of Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I mean, when you run a business, you look around and you look for a consensus and a sharing, and if half your employees feel one way and half the other way, you negotiate, you compromise, or you take one bit at a time if they're looking to be efficient, one item at a time that maybe we can manufacture a different way or get a different part from somewhere else, but you don't just say everything is out and start fresh. So I don't like what's going on in that regard. And all the big tech companies are just so big. It's like they own our lives. It used to be when I came up with, when we came and started Apple, we had a computer. You bought a computer. You ran some software on it. And you set up and ran your company or whatever with all this stuff, and it always worked, and it was your own. Whatever setups you made worked. Eventually the internet came. After the internet, then came the social web, then came high bandwidth, and nowadays you have to subscribe to everything, and then once you subscribe, you don't own it. Yeah. You're going through somebody on the cloud. The cloud is a problem. It's not like the old days where you bought something, you owned it yourself. You protected it yourself. You kept it working yourself. Nowadays, you have to trust it. I mean, every upgrade, I almost think, oh my God, sometimes, so often they're downgrades, it seems. And it's something that used to be easy is now hard or worse. So,
An emotional feel. If we're expressing an idea, we know that it feels good or bad. We know how other humans will take it.
Technology companies are huge, and if they're that huge and worth that much money, they have to have some political involvement. They've always hired, I'm so non-political. It's the guys that go to lunch with all the congressmen and push ideas on them. I mean, we've always had that. So there's some involvement. There's got to be some involvement, but actually taking direct roles, oversight of it, just because they've made it big in technology, I don't like that at all from what I'm seeing.
Scientific articles in scientific journals always have citations, so you can look at or here's the article that they took that from.
AI safety. Well, everybody notices AI has certain problems, so you should at least be aware of it. Everybody says AI should be regulated, but they just throw it out as a word because they're making AI. And I've said for years now how it should be regulated. You should know if you're reading something that came directly from AI, not from a human that interpreted it and put it in their own words. It's coming from AI. You should be told which AI, how was it trained, what sources on the internet was it trained on.
Subjectivity and people are different, and trying to condense it all down and saying there's only one answer.
The world moves forward, especially the world of technology, moves forward with creativity, with innovation. That's new things that didn't exist before. AI is a real good reporter of things that are already in existence being said. Maybe someday AI will be able to think for itself and be innovative. Maybe someday it might even have a little emotional feeling for, maybe a person rescues an animal. And I can cry when I read stories like that. And I don't think AI cries. So understand, I believe it in the A. I just don't believe in the I so much.
A human that interpreted it and put it in their own words. It's coming from AI. You should be told which AI. How was it trained?
I'm like everyone else. Hold back, look at it, try to pass on what you think is good, and will the problems increase? Not to mention some of the problems with AI, the deep fakes. The deep fakes. I hate spammers. I hate the people trying to get your passwords and take all your money. I hate all this. And now they have one more tool. They have AI, so they can do a better job. And AI can trick you into things. And That's a method I'm not for. I believe in that things should be respected for their honesty. You can rely on them. You can count on them. And AI is already demonstrating that it hallucinates and makes things up, but you don't know when. If you just believe it, you're a sucker. I mean, I read jokes on the internet all the time, or I read a funny story about something that happened, and I pass it on to a list of 100 friends, and then I find out that it was made up. It wasn't real. And I don't think Silicon Valley is all that much necessary for anything new and dramatic in the world that'll change the world. The next Uber doesn't have to come from Silicon Valley. And I